Pick up more wickets by getting more out of your wrists. Not like that. Hey guys, and here's the drill progression to improve your wrist snap to be a more lethal bowler in matches. The consistency of a good seam presentation is very dependent on how stable and how consistent the wrist snap is at point of release. Watch this. The better the control from the wrist, the more we can start manipulating deliveries to pick up wickets. An improved wrist snap can bring extra bounce, more swing, increased pace, improved control, and better movement off the pitch. Many bowlers are missing out on benefiting when not utilizing or improving this very important skill. Items you'll need for this session will be some cricket balls, preferably 2-ton cricket balls, agate seam balls, and a light resistance band. So let's get to the drills. Drill number 1, wrist snap with a resistance band. In this first drill, we're working on creating a snapping pattern against resistance. Tie the one end of the resistance band to a post about shoulder height, holding or weaving the resistance band between your index and middle fingers. Hold the cricket ball with your fingers lined up down the seam and the thumb on the opposite end of the ball. Place your non-bowling hand underneath your elbow of your bowling arm to create a base of support. Facing away from the resistance band, line your elbow up with your shoulder. Allow the resistance to pull your wrist backwards. Now, from the starting or cocked position, work with your wrist forward against resistance while keeping your forearm vertical. During this drill, we're looking at creating strength in this movement and establishing a consistent pathway for the wrist to work through. Do 4 sets of 6 repetitions. Drill number 2, wrist flicks into a net. Now moving on from the previous drill, we want to apply speed to the wrist snap. So now removing the resistance band, we're looking at flicking the ball out of the wrist. Line up with the net and flick the ball forward from the cock position into the net. If the seam is wobbling, it generally means you're not putting your fingers through the center of the ball. Make sure to snap through the ball with confidence. This drill's objective is very similar to the previous one, but with the addition of speed and watching the consistency of the seam coming out. Drill number 3, horizontal and vertical wrist flicks. Let's not forget the movement prior to the wrist flick that gets the wrist into the cocked position. The movement of the wrist backwards will have a major impact in the delivery if utilized correctly. Flick the ball forward or upward with a focus on maintaining the seam of the ball rotating on its axis. Again, make sure to snap through the ball with confidence. Do 4 sets of 6 repetitions once again. Drill number 4, wrist flick with a full action. Now finally, after practicing each section of the snap, we finally move to adding the full motion to the bowling action. The agate ball is the ideal ball to use for this drill. Start off with a couple of walkthroughs, progressing to the short run and then to your full run up. Bowling with the agate is a great way to observe if you're pulling through the center of the ball with your fingers. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like and also let me know in the comment section if this improved your bowling game. Lastly, make sure to check out some of these videos to keep on developing your bowling game.